The Yerevan Court of General Jurisdiction on Tuesday denied a petition for the release of Armenia's second president Robert Kocharyan. Earlier, Kocharyan's legal defense had motioned the court to immediately terminate the criminal proceedings against him and to immediately release him from custody, and on the basis of the recent Constitutional Court ruling. His lawyers once again submitted a request for his release. Kocharyan, who is accused of overthrowing the constitutional order along the lines of the March 1, 2008, in his turn said that he has joined the attorney's petition to release him on bail. Probably it's hard for prosecutors to understand, but I'm not the kind of person to hide. Otherwise, Azerbaijanis would be drinking tea in Stepanakert now, he said. A person's biography speaks better of him than statements. The decision on the motion for the release of the second president of Armenia on bail will be announced on Friday at 5 p.m., the presiding judge said. Meanwhile, protesters were held outside the court and police detained several protesters. The supporters of ex-president Robert Kocharyan as well as pro-government protesters are among those detained. Police urge not to disrupt the normal course of the rallies and not to insult each other. The Prime Minister of Armenia, Nikol Pashinyan, on Saturday will travel to the United States on a working visit. Pashinyan's visit to the U.S. will start in Los Angeles, where on Sunday he will attend an address at a rally at Grant Park. From Los Angeles, the Prime Minister will head on to the Silicon Valley. Subsequently, Prime Minister Nikol Pashinyan will attend and address the 74th session of the UN General Assembly in New York. He is scheduled to meet with UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres. Memorandums of understanding are also planned to be signed along the lines of his trip. One person has died as a result of a tragic road accident in Armenia's Geghar province last night. Around midnight, a car hit the roadside stones and ended up in a ditch. It rolled over several times. The dead body of its driver was found about 80 meters from the wrecked car. The man reportedly had returned from Russia. He was married with 2 children. Armenian national football squad captain Herrick Vittorio's move to Roma has helped find a missing 13-year-old Kenyan child who was featured by Roma in its official announcement video on Mkhitaryan's transfer. As a result, the boy was found and successfully returned to his family. Mkhitaryan also reflected on the finding of this missing child, calling it a great news on his official Twitter account. The World Wildlife Fund Armenia has issued an official statement on the operation of the Amulsar gold mine. According to the statement, along with other threats, the exploitation of this mine will also eliminate habitat of endangered species and will physically harm most of them. The actions for the conservation of the species proposed in the environmental impact assessment are not sufficient, and the actions proposed in the plan for rehabilitation of biodiversity are incomplete and need to be reviewed. The study on the biodiversity of the Amulsar mine is incomplete. The plan for rehabilitation of biodiversity in the Amulsar mine is mainly limited to the creation of Jermuk National Park, which has nothing to do with Amulsar and is another landscape and ecosystem. In 2016, the positive conclusion of the environmental impact assessment for the Amulsar gold mine exploitation project was given without taking into consideration the opinions of the residents of Jermuk town, and we consider this a violation of human rights, the statement also said.